I went on the hunt to catch a marked shiny in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It's spooky season here, and to celebrate, a new event just dropped where mass outbreaks of ghost types are spawning everywhere. This is a perfect time to do some shiny hunting. But I wanted to take things one step further. You see, this event is also the best time to catch Pokemon with a mark, which is a little indicator that tells us something special about the Pokemon. Just like shinies, some marks are luck-based and are pretty hard to come by. So I wanted to see if it was possible to catch a marked shiny Pokemon for this Halloween event, and the odds were definitely not in my favor. This event featured 4 Ghost-type Pokemon for its outbreaks: Greavard, Mimikyu, Drifloon, and Phantump. And all of them have increased odds to come with a crafty mark, which is found on an opportunistic Pokemon in the wild. Even though marks are purely an aesthetic feature, I wanted it on a shiny. So how rare is such a Pokemon? Well, let's talk about the shiny odds first. The base odds for finding a shiny in the game are 1 in 4,096. However, you can raise this in 3 different ways within an outbreak. Number 1, defeat at least 60 Pokemon in a mass outbreak. Number 2, make a sandwich that gives Sparkling Power level 3. And number 3, obtain the shiny charm. With all of these, the best odds are about 1 in 512. So what about the crafty marks odds? Well, normally, they would be 1 in 2800, but for this event, they're just 1 in 20, a 5% chance to get this mark in these outbreaks. Although this sounds really good, combining it with the shiny odds is a whole different story. The best chance of finding a marked shiny for this event is about 1 in 10,248. My expectations were low, but still hopeful. I didn't really have a strict game plan for this hunt, but overall, I just wanted to shiny hunt all 4 of these Pokemon in hopes that at least one of them is marked. Here's how it went. I decided to hunt Greavard first. It's one of the new Pokemon for this gen, so I thought it'd be a nice way to start. I found a spot at Kitakami's Loyalty Plaza, auto-battled 60 Greavard with my trusty Ceruledge, and saved my game. The sandwiches I made for this event used 3 ingredients: 1 red onion, 1 salty herba mystica, and 1 spicy herba mystica. With this, I get Sparkling Power level 3 for ghost types. It also comes with Tidal and Encounter Power, but Tidal Power won't change the 5% odds that I already have, and I'm not sure if Encounter Power spawns more Pokemon than what the Outbreak already gives me. Nonetheless, bon appetit. And the hunt was on for a yellow ghost dog. Now, I'm no stranger to shiny hunts, so even though I knew what I was getting into, I was optimistic at first. But unfortunately, things didn't start off too hot. For starters, the grass makes it a bit hard to see clearly, so I made a note that for future hunts, I should pick a better spot. Regardless, I pressed forward, riding back and forth and making new sandwiches when the 30-minute timer ran out. But it wasn't until my 4th sandwich that I thought, man, this is taking a bit longer than I thought. Okay, let me explain. On average, I think I was seeing maybe 10 Greavard every minute, so roughly 600 Greavard per hour. Now remember, my shiny odds right now are about 1 in 512. So after 4 sandwiches, 2 hours, and possibly 1,200 encounters, not a single shiny dog was in sight. Even now, I don't know whether it was because I did something wrong or I had insanely bad luck. And to make matters worse, I wasn't keeping track of the time. Oh, it turned midnight. Oops. Yeah, that's on me. I just decided that the shiny Greavard in that spot was out sick, so I moved to a different spot in the Wistful Fields. Now surely, this spot has to have a shiny, right? 3 sandwiches, and an hour and a half later, nothing. No yellow doggo in sight. I like to think that I'm pretty patient with these kinds of things, but the fact that I most likely went over odds 4 times was pretty frustrating. I figured that the shiny was on vacation using its PTO, so I switched to the next Pokemon for the time being. Mimikyu was next on my list, and to be honest, I was kinda dreading this one. Although its shiny variant is pretty cool, being entirely black and white isn't exactly easy to spot. I found an outbreak near Cortando in Paldea that I figured would be a decent spot to hunt in, so I got to work. Cleared out 60 Mimikyu, set up a picnic, put together the ingredients, and bone apple teeth, I have a sandwich. This was an okay area to hunt in, but the one thing that made it a bit more difficult was the fact that they sometimes spawn underneath a tree, so I had to pay more attention to those. 30 minutes had gone by, but no results yet, so I was getting a bit worried that I was doing something wrong again. I think the Mimikyu felt my pain though, because I realized that if I'm close enough to all of them, they all huddle around me. So even if I'm unlucky, I still have my adorable support group. Thankfully though, things were starting to finally turn around. Oh my god! Is that it? Hello? Hey! Let's go! I finally get a dub. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's just go with a... let's try Premier Ball. Why not? Okay, hold on. Yawn. Oh, crit cap. Ooh, let's go. Oh my goodness. Let's see the summer on this baby. Woo, look at him. Any marks? No mark. But hey, that's still really cool. After 2 sandwiches, I can finally add the first Pokemon to the shiny list. It may not have a mark, but after everything that happened with Greavard, I will absolutely take it. And surprisingly, my luck was growing even bigger. Next up is Drifloon. Now admittedly, I already have a shiny Drifloon that I caught in Legends Arceus, but for this event, we leave no Pokemon behind. But before I continue, there is one very important thing I have to mention about Drifloon. Prior to starting this hunt, I did a quick background check on all of the Pokemon to make sure they didn't have anything that would ruin the hunt. And as it turns out, Drifloon can learn Explosion. Clearly, I did not want my silly balloon Pokemon to go boom, so I needed something to prevent that. Luckily, I have my little friend here who you may have noticed earlier. There are 3 things about Wooper that make my hunts much better. Number 1, she's cute. Number 2, she has the ability Damp, which will prevent any Pokemon from exploding. And number 3, she can use Yawn, in case I had any trouble catching the Pokemon. You might be wondering why I kept this level 100 Wooper as is and didn't evolve it into Quagsire, and honestly, I just thought it'd be funny. Anyways, to start this hunt, I found a pretty nice spot at Crystal Pool in Kitakami. It's nice that there's no grass up here to block my view, but Drifloon already floats in the air, and its shiny variant is bright yellow, so I wouldn't have any trouble spotting it. It's back to the grind now. I took out 60 Drifloon, got out the picnic, threw my ingredients together, and Bob ate the meat another sandwich. I was just hoping the process would be much better than my Greavard hunt, and 11 minutes later, I think the game heard me. Oh, what the? Whoa. Hello there. Friend? Hello? Hello? That was very fast. Alright, well, get over here. We're gonna try a quick ball and hope for the best. Let's go. Easy peasy. Oh, look at him. But, does it have a mark? No. Still a very nice looking shiny. 11 minutes. Took 11 minutes to find that Drifloon. That is insane. No mark, but hey, 11 minutes is definitely a new record for me so far. And with 19 minutes left on the timer, I figured I'd push my luck a little bit more. Oh my goodness. Hello. Hi. Oh. Alright, come here. And another quick ball? Perhaps? GG. Now the question, does this have a mark? I don't think so. No mark again, but getting 2 shinies with 1 sandwich is perfectly fine with me. And with that, I headed towards my next target. Or so I thought. So as it turns out, I wasn't paying too much attention to the marks after every catch. Here's what the summary looks like when I caught the second Drifloon, and here's what it looked like for the first Drifloon. So what does that mean? Well, here's what I found while looking through my boxes right after the second Drifloon. Oh my god, wait, it actually does have the... Oh, it's got the crafty mark. Oh my god, I didn't know you couldn't tell from the... Oh my god, that is absolutely insane. What? Wait, does the Mimikyu I caught have it? Mimikyu? Hello? No, okay. A shiny Drifloon with a crafty mark. Absolutely insane. So after just 2 shiny encounters, I miraculously found the coveted marked shiny Pokemon I've been looking for. Against all odds, and I do mean all of them, it is finally here. This is definitely one of the rarest Pokemon in my collection so far, but I'm not done yet. I still have 2 more Pokemon on my list to hunt, and that Greavard is not getting away from me. Moving on to Phantump, which is one of my personal favorite Pokemon. Despite this, I've actually never hunted for one, so this was pretty exciting for me. This hunt took place at the Paradise Barrens in Kitakami. There are some hills I had to ride around in, but overall, it's a pretty good spot to hunt. Phantump also floats and has a really distinct shiny variant, so I wasn't worried. Alright, you know the routine. Wipe out 60 of them, picnic time, onions and herbs, and boing application, it's sandwich time. Things started out normal, but I also realized that since it's nighttime, Ghastly also spawn in this area, which may or may not have taken up up some space for Phantump to spawn. Nonetheless, I kept going, and thankfully so.
Hello?
Oh my gosh! Hey! Hello there. How are you? Smile. Come on. They're just shy. Alright. Let's go. Honestly, a Great Ball sounds good. Come on. Let's go. Let's send it to the box, and let's check if it has a mark. Does it have a mark? No. That was 11 minutes. Insane. Oh, hey. How you doing? Hello. How are you? Alright, let's just catch it. Phantump number 2. Getting the ball now. Thank you. But does it have a mark? Oh, sorry Drifloon, but Phantump now takes the record at 9 minutes. And with that, I think I can finally put this Phantump hunt to rest. 34 seconds is not enough time for another one, right? Oh my goodness. Number 3. Hello there. Get over here. Yeah, so as it turns out, it was. With just one sandwich, I managed to catch 3 Phantump. Definitely another highlight to this whole event. Finally, I'm left with Greavard. If you couldn't tell, I was pretty apprehensive going into this one again, as the last time I hunted it didn't go so well. But I figured that the experience I got catching the other 3 will help me with this last one. I found a great spot once again near Cortando and got to work defeating all the 60 dogs.
Bruh.
Are you kidding me? Really, buddy? I haven't even started the hunt. Sure, Ultra Ball. Just get in the ball, please. Crit capture, of course. Oh my god. I didn't even start the sandwich yet. Cool. Okay, Mark? No. Okay, can you please? On a serious note, this was a pretty lucky shiny. I hadn't even defeated maybe 20 Greavard yet, and I didn't have any meal powers going on. So this shiny was about a 1 in 1,365 chance. I'll take it. So by the end of all this, it took 11 sandwiches and 5.5 hours of hunting to find 7 shinies. 1 Greavard, 1 Mimikyu, 2 Drifloon, and 3 Phantump. For the sandwich count, it was 1 for Phantump, 1 for Drifloon, 2 for Mimikyu, and 7 for Greavard. And also 0 for Greavard, I guess. And through extreme luck, I managed to find my beloved marked shiny. That can also explode.